You're done. You're washed. It's over.
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are having a blessed weekend for watching this. And before I get started with today's video about the 3 releases from the WWE, just want to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Now at 289, it's 11 more away. Insane. Absolutely insane. Once I reach 300, we'll do the 1 through 5 favorite female wrestlers of all time. But until then, I'm going to keep on going. I'm already behind, but guess who's back? Back again. Alright. I ain't shady though, but I am back. I do apologize. I was busy the past couple days. Well, I'm back now, trying to play catch up and add to this video because I heard about this shit yesterday. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So let's get into it. And if you haven't heard the news, it was reported from several, different news outlets, that good shit, that WWE had a clean house. So they got rid of some more talent. Alright. People who I guess weren't talented enough to stay on the roster. And those 3 people are Tegan Nox, Indi Hartwell, and Baron freaking Corbin. And I do believe that's it for right now, but that ain't the end. Right? There will be more. Alright, I can already see it, and I'll get to that later on. But this video's not going to be too long. I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts on each of the 3 wrestlers, starting off with Tegan Nox. Alright, Mrs. Skittles, Mrs. Rainbow Bright herself, the Derrick Rose of the WWE, and I say that because she kept getting injured. Like, I didn't know this till recently, but I guess she was one of the front runners to win that Mae Young Classic. Was it back in 2019? And in that match against Rhea Ripley, she tore her ACL, MCL, LCL, 2 meniscuses, and dislocated her kneecap. Alright, and I think the other time, the most recent time she tore, would she tear both her ACLs or some shit like that? It's terrible. I feel bad for her. I really do. But it's man, if you can't stay healthy, man, maybe this ain't for you. I don't know what to tell you. And she's only here in her 20s. She's now 29 now, and she can't stay healthy. So, it is what it is, man. Just whatever she decides to do, best of luck to her future endeavors. And honestly, if she could stay healthy, I could see her going to Japan. If I ever go to Stardom, you join hate, turn heel, stop all that rainbow shit. Tekla will take care of you. You'll be in good hands. Because I could see her going out there, putting on some bigger matches, trying to reinvent herself. You know what I mean? But that's just me being optimistic. So whatever she decides to do, if she decides to still wrestle, hopefully she doesn't get injured, ever again. Maybe you just gotta change up your style even more. I don't know. But best of luck to Tegan Nox. Next is Indi Hartwell. Which isn't all that surprising, to be honest, because he called her up to Raw. They didn't do a fucking thing with this woman. It's she wouldn't be better off just fucking staying down in NXT. That's a fucking case. It's again, I said this shit before with people like Aussie Jones and Kiana James. It's fucking Dijak. What's the point in calling these people up if you have nothing for them creatively? Not a fucking thing. This woman didn't do jack shit on Raw. I think they had a little semi-reunion of The Way, backstage, and that's pretty much it. Didn't do fuck all except just being a jobber on Raw and probably SmackDown too. And in her work in NXT, it wasn't she's not a good wrestler by any means. I can't tell you off the top of my head Indi Hartwell's best match, but she managed to get over because of her character. Not to mention all that cake that she got back there, which I'm now gonna miss. But I digress. Right? Like the work that she did with Index, her and Dexter Loomis, was great stuff. Like I thought it was entertaining. Like that's what sports entertainment's all about. Index. And then like they broke him up. Dexter got called up. He feuded with Miz, and then we didn't see him for like 2 years. And he gets called up after like winning like a token run of the NXT Women's Championship. Like, doesn't she drop it in like her first title defense, gets called up to Raw, and doesn't do a fucking thing. So I'm guessing Indi Hartwell wasn't talented enough. They couldn't find any stories for this woman. Nothing for her to do at all. As for Tegan Nox, she was talented enough to stay as long as she did, despite her getting injured more than like fucking half her time there. Alright, so again, this is what it is for Indi Hartwell. I could see her going to TNA. Like, we've seen several wrestlers that get released from WWE, they go to TNA, and they do some of the best work ever. Like Naomi. And I still gotta do that video on Naomi. Her run as Trinity, as the Knockouts World Champion. Fantastic. Great stuff. Alright. You got Ash by Elegance, doing her best work in her entire career right now. You got Mustafa Ali, and Ali we trust. I enjoyed it. It was a great heel run in my opinion. It was short-lived because as soon as he dropped the title, he bounced. He said, fuck it, I'm out. Well, those are 3 examples of talents that got released or quit. Went to TNA and they did their thing. So I could see Indi Hartwell doing the same thing. But whatever she decides to do, I wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors as well. Right, and last but not least is Mr. Baron Corbin. Now, I do feel bad for Baron Corbin. That's why I gotta change up the music here, because they did this man dirty. This man Corbin has been there for over a decade. This is the man that ended Kurt Angle's career, and he only has 2 title reigns under his belt. He was a United States champion, come to find out. I wasn't watching during this time. I didn't even know about this shit. So he was a former United States champion, and he was the former NXT tag team champions with LeBron Breakker, right? And who else do you know wins the Money in the Bank and the King of the Ring and doesn't win any world title? Like, that's sad. it's just flat out sad, man. Like, I first seen this dude back down in NXT. And I'm like, okay, this dude has a look to him, has a level of presence to him. He had the hair. That was back when he had hair. Like many years ago. All right, like, he was balding, ain't shit you could do about it. And I do believe he is legit. Like, I believe he was a Golden Glove boxer. Like, I don't know if he ever went pro, but I know he was an amateur boxer. So he can knock a motherfucker out if need be. All right, but he has his shit in NXT. Doesn't win NXT World Championship, like, at all. Both times, in NXT. Gets called up, like, wins the Money in the Bank briefcase, and it goes on to have one of the worst cash-ins of all time. Like, how do you fail to cash in on a token-ass champion like the Maharaja, Gender, Don't Hinder, Mahal? Fail to cash in on them because of Mr. John fucking Cena. And ever since then, it was like, yeah, it was over. That was that moment where Baron Corbin never, ever recovered at all. It's him, Damian Sandow, and Austin Theory as the top 3 worst cash-ins of all time. All right. Fast forward, he becomes broke-ass Corbin, bum-ass Corbin. All right. And let me tell you, when I say this gimmick has so much fucking potential, it's not even funny. All right. This could have been a gimmick of the people. He could have been one of the biggest baby faces during that time. Easily. Like, no question. Right? Because what's more relatable than a dude that's down bad on his luck, that's just struggling to get by, living paycheck to paycheck, struggling each and every fucking day. Like, that's about as American as you can get. All right, easily he can have got behind this dude. All right, you know what I would like to see is, you know, he becomes broke, bum ass Corbin. All right, and then for weeks you see this dude just completely down bad on his luck. Sleeping in his car, he loses his house. All right, because he's so broke, he can't afford to take care of his family. His wife leaves him for another man. You know, all that shit. Like, they could have did a vignette or just like a video package of this dude just going dumpster diving, trying to eat like a fucking half-eaten, rotten-ass fucking Big Mac or some shit like that. You know, just go all in. They could have went all in with this fucking dude. Right, and then while this is happening, he's losing match after match after match, getting further down the card because he's a jobber. He's like the embodiment of fucking enhancement talent at that point. And just when you think this man's at the end of his road, he finds God. He's on his Shawn Michaels shit. He gets baptized, and then we see a new Baron Corbin. He's not looking like a bum anymore. He's racking up wins. People are behind him because it's like they're witnessing a rags to riches story unfold right before their eyes. All right. We haven't won the Royal Rumble. Why the fuck not? Because again, this is taking into account of how massively over Baron Corbin is because of this gimmick. All right, you know, they want to see this man succeed. They're watching him overcome all his demons, these obstacles, these trials, his tribulations, and he's going to persevere. And he does that by going on to WrestleMania, and he wins the WWE Championship. If they would have told the correct story with this man, that pop would have been legendary. And I'm not saying that he goes on to have like this long ass title reign, because at best he's a transitional champion. All right, but still, at least he gets his moment, you know, his time in the sun. You know, but he never got that. Nah. You know what he gets? He gets Happy Corbin, one of the worst gimmicks of all time. Easily his worst gimmick. This shit was a colossal waste of time for everybody, for Corbin, for JBL, and for Madcap Moss, who's not even there. He's not even there anymore. All right, and neither is Corbin now. All right, so what the fuck's the point in this gimmick? Right, he goes down to NXT, you know, reinvents himself, kinda. You know, he has a good run with LeBron Breaker. What do they call themselves? Like the fucking the War Dogs, War Wolves, some shit like that. Yeah, he had a good run there. You know, he comes back to the main roster. And guess what? I come to find out, I hear him be in a random ass tag team with Apollo Crews. And I'm like, yeah, it's, you know, they got shit for this man. That's a damn shame. Like I guess Corbin ain't talented enough, huh? You couldn't find any fucking creative plans for this dude. You had nothing for him. And despite him never being a world champion, the one thing that he cherished the most was his finisher, the End of Days, which was protected. He was the last man to beat Roman before he came back, and he, you know, had the tribal chief had acknowledge me and all that shit. He was the last person to beat Roman Reigns. All right, and they were saying like nobody had kicked out of the End of Days, you know, at that point, until my nigga Drew McIntyre came in and ruined that shit. So it took away his finish, never won a world title. It was all bad for Baron Corbin, man. They did this dude dirty as fuck. You know, it's just sad. We really look at it, we really break down this man's career. It's fucking sad. Wasted potential. But in all honesty, at least during this time, even though he was treated like a complete jobber, he was able to provide for his family. You know, put a roof over their heads, you know, if I can have their refrigerator stacked up on food, all that good stuff. So at least he was able to, you know, provide for his family, you know. And as far as Corbin, I can see him going to TNA as well. I don't want any of these three going to fucking AEW. Stay the fuck out of there. Don't go to AEW. Hell, you're better off going to NWA or a fucking Maple Leaf fucking Wrestling or some shit like that. Don't go to AEW. Alright, I could definitely see Baron Corbin going to TNA as well. Right, that main event scene could use a guy like that. Alright, you know, he's a tall dude. Alright, all he really needs to do is just put on a little bit more muscle. Alright, and then he's good. He can cut a good promo. Like, I heard his promos down at NXT. You know, he can talk. And he's decent in the ring. All right, all it needs to really do is just kind of like to switch up his style more to fit his character. Like, if he wants to go the boxer, brawler route, then do that. Implement like more moves that fits that character. Right? But yeah, where Corbin decides to do, again, I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors as well. I guess all three weren't talented enough to stay. Let's talk about some of the talent that is somehow talented. I'm sorry, I try not to laugh saying that shit, but it baffles me how some of these people are still here. Like fucking Candice LeRae, for instance. You get rid of Indi Hartwell, but you don't get rid of Candice LeRae? Oh, why? Because, like, look, as long as she's been there, has done the fucking thing, but now, she's a speed champion. No one gives two fucks about speed. I've seen maybe like one video talking about speed on YouTube. That's it. No one gives two fucks about this shit. Alright? How the fuck she's still here? Because, and I'll tell you why, the only fucking reason her ass is still there is because she's the wife of Chuck E. Cheese fuckface Gargano. That's the only fucking reason why she's still there. Shotzi Blackheart is another one who, I know she's injured and it sucks, but I'm like, how the fuck she's still there? What? Because she fucking drives around in a fucking tank? You know what I mean? She's like this punk chick, like this, that's like, I guess, crazy and wants to shave her head and shit like that. I'm like, garbage. She fucking sucks in the ring. Garbage. Like, her best match was the match that she got injured in against Lyra Valkyria. Crazy enough. Somehow she's talented just enough to stay back in catering. Right, and let's talk about the men. As compared to Baron Corbin. You're gonna sit here and tell me that guys like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate are more talented than Baron Corbin? Fucking, like I said earlier, Chuck E. Cheese fuckface Gargano. And even though I like this guy, Tommaso Ciampa, again, if you want to continue to fucking align yourself with this fucking jobber ass dude, then you could get packed up too. Alright, but these guys are more talented than Baron Corbin. Okay. Got it. And before I head out of here, there will be another wave. Best and believe. This isn't it. Alright? this shit always happens. Alright, but that next wave will come. Man, I expect to see people like Nakamura, because you haven't seen this dude. I haven't heard about Nakamura since what, like WrestleMania? Or like even before that? Like, when's the last time we see Nakamura, on TV? You tell me. People like Omos, who I already did a video on. People like Apollo Crews. Look, like I said, Shotzi Blackheart, her ass should be up on a chopping block. Fucking Tyler Bate. When's the last time you've seen this dude? Alright, I seen Pete Dunne on fucking Raw and NXT. I've yet to see Tyler Bate since WrestleMania. So I could see all those people getting released next. And me personally, I would like to see the good jobbers, the good brothers, get released. Alright, get these guys the fuck up out of here. Sorry, the Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Alright, again, you're another one. I used to like this dude, but you want to align yourself with that fucking big goof that is fucking Luke Gallows. You can get packed up too. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, it's amazing how those guys, those two are more talented than Baron Corbin. Fuck out of here, man. And that's all I pretty much gotta say about this shit. So, once again, best of luck in your future endeavors to Tegan Nox, Indi Hartwell, and Baron Corbin, whatever it is you decide to do. And if I'm a wrestler in the back, I'm stuck in catering, with creative not doing jack shit for me, I'll be prepared too. I mean, we'll start making plans now. Alright, because it's only a matter of time. I'm just saying. But yeah. Let me know your thoughts. How you guys feel about Tegan Nox, Indi Hartwell, Baron Corbin. Do you guys agree that, with the releases, or you guys think that they should have another chance, or you think that they dropped the ball on all three? Let me know in the comment section. So, love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's all it's in to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. So I do these videos. Next, I'll try to do I do Dynamite and TNA reviews for this week. Try to knock those out this weekend. So, yeah, wasting off your guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, you and your loved ones out here. Shit's fucking crazy. Alright? And most importantly, trust in God. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.